There is lack of political will.
Beyond the headlines.
Who are the sponsors of insecurity in this country?
From breaking news to everyday conversations, this is where Nigeria's conversations begin. We track the issues shaping Nigeria and the world today. The world is talking, and we're listening. This is Trends on LJE News.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Trends on LJE News, where we bring you the latest and developing stories in Nigeria and of course across the globe. My name is Omotola Adeleke. I will not be doing this alone. I have my guest in the studio, Esther. Hope you're doing great.
Very well, thank you.
Hope you had a great night.
Of course I did.
You know, I was told that asking how was your night is wrong, so...
Not wrong, inappropriate.
Okay, it's inappropriate.
Yes.
All right. So hope you had a great night.
Sure did.
Inappropriate.
Yes.
All right. So hope you had a great night.
Sure did.
All right. Thank you very much, Esther, for coming around, of course.
Always.
All right. So we also have Faith Joseph. Faith Joseph, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
You know, have you noticed it's almost the rainy season? Is it almost the rainy season, or the rains are just here to come and just go?
I think the rain just want to do what the rain is doing, regardless whether it's the season or not. And I'm happy to have it.
But do you think it's almost coming? The rains are almost coming.
I don't think so. I think we still have a month or two before it comes.
Okay, because the weather was kind of, mild today, so I was wondering perhaps it might rain.
It might actually. Maybe towards the end of the day.
Okay. Don't forget you can be a part of our growing online community by hitting that follow, like, share, and subscribe button right now on all platforms at LJE News. Let's quickly run through our headlines for this edition of Trends. Even with 10 million votes, Obi couldn't have won 2023 election, Lai Mohammed. 2027, Peter Obi signals interest in ADC presidential ticket. Court bars NLC, TUC from protest, industrial action in FCT as Wike and Labour Union resolve differences. PDP faction fixes March 28 to 29, 2026 for National Convention in Abuja. Food prices ease as rice, beans, garri, tomatoes, orders drop in November, NBS. Davido may not honor future Grammy event, Israel DMW. Now on to the lead story. Former Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, has maintained that Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi would not have won the 2023 presidential election even if he secured 10 million votes. Mohammed said Obi failed to meet the constitutional requirement of scoring at least 1/4 of votes in 25 states. He also claimed Obi lacked polling unit agents in about 40,000 polling units nationwide. Also, Mohammed noted that ethnicity and religion played an unprecedented role in the 2023 elections, particularly in Lagos State. He added that the NSAS protest influenced youth voting behavior, which affected the APC and Bola Tinubu. He further argued that presidential elections differ from governorship contests. Mohammed, however, said the PDP would have won if Obi had been Atiku Abubakar's running mate. Also, Peter Obi, a leading figure in the African Democratic Congress ADC, has indicated his intention to seek the party's presidential ticket ahead of the 2027 general elections. Obi made this known while addressing supporters at a campaign rally for ADC candidates contesting the Federal Capital Territory Area Council elections at the Abuja Municipal Area Council, AMAC. In his remarks, the former Anambra State governor made it clear that his political ambition is focused on the presidency, stressing that he is aiming for the party's top ticket. Obi added that he is not interested in playing a subordinate role in the ADC's long-term political strategy as preparations for 2027 gather momentum. I'm going to first of all ask Esther this question. Esther, do you think PDP would have won the 2023 general elections if Peter Obi had aligned with the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar in the 2023 general elections?
No, I don't think they would have won the elections, even in alignment with the Atiku Abubakar, right? Because at the time we had our sitting president, Tinubu, as a really strong contender. So Peter Obi aligning with Atiku is not really a guarantee that they would have won the presidential.
But don't you think, Atiku got second position during the election for the presidential election? Don't you think the combination of Atiku's vote and Peter Obi's vote might have surpassed Tinubu's vote in 2023?
I mean, at the end of the day, it's politics. They knew what would have gone down there. And right now, Peter Obi is saying he's not even interested in being a subordinate. He's not interested. He wants the presidential role. He doesn't want to be running mate. So there is no way they would have gone for that position at the time.
Okay. All right, Faith. The obedient movement are coming out to say Atiku is a father figure. That Atiku, let's also not forget that Atiku that should be about the 6th time or the 7th time or so. Now, Yunus Atanko, who is the coordinator of Obedient Movement, is saying that Atiku should act as a father figure and just anoint Peter Obi, to clinch the ticket of the ADC come 2027 elections. Do you agree with that postulation?
I don't agree with that postulation.
Why?
If the man wants to keep going for what he wants, then I believe he should. Going for presidential seats is actually what he has been gunning for so many years now. So the fact that he came second place in the previous one gives him the belief that if he goes for this seat, with as much power as he can gather and wield, then it's possible that he might get a sitting chance at the presidential.
But considering the age of Atiku compared to, Peter Obi, do you think he should still run for the presidential seat?
First of all, what is the age of our current president? And why is he the president? How old is Atiku?
So age doesn't matter in this case?
Age doesn't matter, it's politics.
But do you think, Esther, age doesn't matter when it comes to politics and being a leader?
I really think age matters.
Why?
Right? Age matters because I know they're going to say the older ones are more experienced and they're all of that. But let's talk about health conditions. Let's talk about capabilities to handle most of this. You're talking about presidency. You're supposed to handle the whole country, right? So if you're some kind of unable to do these things because of your age, it matters.
Okay.
But I'm not saying they should give it to the young generation, but at least let's stop putting people in their 80s and 70s on.
So what age brackets are you talking about here?
You're looking at 45 to 55, thereabouts.
60
max.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to the next story. The National Industrial Court in Abuja has restrained the Nigerian Labour Congress, NLC, the TUC, and 3 others from embarking on any industrial action or protest within the Federal Capital Territory. Justice Emmanuel Subilim issued the interim order on Monday while ruling on an ex parte application filed by the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike and the Federal Capital Territory Administration. Those restrained include NLC spokesperson Benson Upa, TUC General Secretary Nuhu Toro, and FCT NLC Chairman Stephen Nabai. The suit marked NICN/ABJ/30/26 challenges recent industrial actions that led to the shutdown of FCTA offices, schools, and agencies. The court adjourned the matter to February 10 for hearing. Esther, quickly, do you think Wike should be towing the part of the court rather than just dialoguing? But let's not also forget that the NLC, the TUC, and Wike, had a closed door meeting anymore. But do you think that should be Wike's approach to these workers, people who are clamoring for pay and all? You think he should have just sent them to court, or probably just have a round talk with them and just dialogue with these people?
Okay, so personally, right, I feel Wike is a bit insecure about their power, right, to go on strikes. And he feels threatened by these things. So even after he opted for a dialogue, he still felt the need to take them to court. So it can be more like a court judgment. So
you're saying it's insecurity from the side of Wike,
yes,
and probably not intimidation against these workers.
That they are both. Okay, this is what the agreement we've come to. Now, him taking this matter to court, he's intimidating them. He feels insecure about what they can do because of their power. I think that's what it is.
Okay, Faith, quickly, protest is a fundamental right of every Nigerian, especially Nigerian workers. Do you think the level at which the court went to stop them from protesting, do you think it's the right thing to do?
It's not actually the right thing to do. And the civil workers can always go to the Court of Appeal to appeal to the cases. These people, individuals, apart from civil workers, have the right to protest. This is something that we grew up.
So you're saying the court has no jurisdiction to stop a peaceful protest?
The court can actually appeal to stop a peaceful protest. But in this case, dialogue has already been initiated, and the agreements were not met. The terms did not come to conclusion. So the workers now took this to the street to protest. So we keep coming in here to infringe on that and try to stop them from doing what they have been doing for so many years, which has actually yielded results for them. Seems like him trying to infringe on their rights.
No, from ways protests were stopped. Some of these protests were put to stop by court orders. Let's talk about the issue concerning the People's Democratic Party, PDP, because a faction of the PDP has fixed March 28 and 29, 2026 for its national convention scheduled to hold in Abuja. The decision was announced in a communique issued after the 105th meeting of the party's National Executive Committee held on Monday in the Federal Capital Territory. The communique was jointly signed by the National Chairman of the National Caretaker Working Committee, Lai Mohammed, and the National Secretary Samuel Anyanwu. According to NEC, the convention will be convened to elect a new national coalition, the PDP, ahead of future political engagement. Also, the National Bureau of Statistics, NBS, says prices of major food items such as rice. The Selected Food Prices Watch report released in Abuja on Monday. According to the report, the average price of 1 kg of local rice fell by 5% year-on-year, with a 2.71% month-on-month drop. Brown beans declined by 43.14% year-on-year, while white gari dropped by 32%. Tomatoes and onions also recorded notable declines. However, the price of palm oil rose slightly during the period. Faith. The prices of foodstuffs, the prices of consumable goods are reducing according to NBS result. But why do we still have, this level of hunger? People are still complaining of, proper standard of living in Nigeria.
These are all economic and Nigerian statistics regarding these products. These are not common man and common woman experiences in the market. The numbers they face are different from what they have.
So you're saying the prices of beans have not reduced, the prices of rice, tomatoes and onions and all that?
All those products remain invariably the same. Because if these were the stats that they gave from distribution, this could be import and export and internal distribution statistics. From the markets, those who are into wholesale and retail may not have brought down their own prices. People are still
there was a time we were buying rice, a bag of rice for over 100,000 naira. But in the markets now, it's probably been reduced to about 60,000 naira, 70,000 naira. Wouldn't you call that a reduction in price?
It is a reduction in price, but then again, it's not just reducing these prices. What about the financial flow?
Okay.
To the people? The money coming in no longer equates to what is being spent. So a person earns a salary of 60,000 naira at the end of the month. You divide this into multiple variants and you carry them to the market. It still doesn't buy you what you're meant to buy because these prices are still against you.
Okay.
So this stat still does not favor the common man who goes into.
So what do you think should be done, especially as it has to do with this price? What should be done for this reduction in prices to reflect, in a standard of living?
The key problem with regards to food in Nigeria comes down to basic amenities the government provide, like electricity. Would favor someone who is into fish, selling fish. They have constant power supply. Thereby, they're no longer buying petrol to power the fridge. That way, they can reduce how much they're selling these things to the basic man outside. Okay. It also comes down for a common.
So you're calling for like an increase in the minimum wage?
Increase in minimum wage, provision of basic amenities like electricity.
So how much do you think can be enough, especially for average Nigerians out there for a minimum wage?
Nigeria should have a minimum wage that is way beyond 77,000.
Like how much? Let's be specific.
We could go for a value of 100K or 150,000 naira. That might improve things to some extent.
Esther, do you think 150,000 naira is enough in terms of minimum wage in Nigeria? You know, looking at the way the economy is right now.
That's why I said it's not enough. But for a start, we're talking about the government. It's even an appeal. We're not even saying it's what we want. Too low compared to what we face
you know,
in the
a director of public sector initiative in Lagos Business School, his name is Franklin Ungo. Now, he said something. He said over 140 million Nigerians will be plunged into poverty this year in 2026. Now, he's saying that the policies of Tinubu-led administration are retrogressive. Do you agree to that? Do you think these reforms are retrogressive? Do you think?
Welcome to LJE Studio, where creativity meets production excellence. Whether you're shooting a podcast, hosting a live stream, recording interviews, or bringing your next big idea to life, we've built the perfect space for you. Everything you need to create premium content is right here. Come record, come create, come be inspired. Visit www.ljenigeria.org/LJE-studio or call 0705-2453-714 to book your session today.
Welcome back. Coming up, we'll take a closer look at some other trends making the rounds. Quickly, on entertainment, an aide to Afrobeat star Davido, Israel DMW, has suggested that the singer may no longer attend Grammy Award events despite receiving invitations. Speaking on the development, the aide described Davido as my boss, noting that repeated disappointment at the Global Music Award may have influenced the decision. He claimed Grammy has been politicized. According to him, while Davido remains one of Africa's best music exports with global recognition, the singer is reconsidering his participation in Grammy-related events moving forward. Meanwhile, Osai Ovie, senior special assistant on media to the Delta State governor, has criticized the outfit worn by Nigerian attendees at the 68th Grammy Awards, faulting what he described as poor culture representation. In a social media post, Ovie singled out Chioma Adeleke's attire as inappropriate and blamed her husband, Davido, for not discouraging the choice. Esther, first of all, do you like the choice of Chioma's outfit during the Grammy Awards? You saw the outfit, right?
I'm not sure I did. I didn't pay attention to
I'm sure Faith saw the outfit.
Yeah, I definitely did.
So how did it look?
Well, she's a young woman who is free to wear whatever she feels comfortable in. But then again, to me, based on my own fashion taste, I wouldn't say it was revealing. I just would say to me it wasn't high fashion enough. It wasn't haute couture.
I saw the outfit, of course, too. You know,
she wore
black.
Yeah,
and it was showing some part of her cleavages and all. Oh, don't you think that would? Don't you think going for an international award like that, one should at least represent the African culture?
What, you're supposed to tie a gele and tie a
maybe that would have made sense.
No, please.
Don't you think? Do we always have to put on, the Western clothes? Do we always have to put on those things? Why not put on a dansiki? Why not put on, Ankara?
Right.
Lace, gele.
This is the 21st century. I'm not against her dressing up.
So are you saying the 21st century should be, let's forget about what we do?
No, that's
as
not
cultural people. Should we forget our cultural heritage?
It wasn't a cultural event.
Okay.
It wasn't a represent your culture event. It was a Western event, right? So I didn't see the outfits. But if she's saying it's a bit revealing, even if she was supposed to go to a setting like that, it should be, the high fashion dress kind of thing. Maybe not the revealing dress, but I don't think I would go to an event like that dressed in gele, personally.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, but talking about Davido quickly, now Davido is saying he might not him per se, his aide, Israel DMW, is very close to him, of course. He's saying that Davido might not attend, Grammy Awards moving forward. Do you think that would be a good thing for Davido? Face, quickly.
Well, first of all, until Davido himself tells us this, I won't believe that.
But do you think he should not attend Grammy Awards? He should just stop attending because he feels perhaps that the awards is being politicized.
Let's get one thing straight. The award being given to Tyler, because that's the origin of this, wasn't an award based on how long you've been in the music industry or your global impact. That award was given to Cher. She won that for long time achievements in music. This award was based on performance and on a particular music, which, if you want to compare this, it surpasses Davido's.
So you think Nigerians are being too emotional
They
about
are
the whole
being
thing?
too emotional about. I know Davido is a great power. He's someone of great influence. But then again, the award was not based on influence, on impact, or how long you have been doing this. It was based on this music did this, achieved this.
But Davido wasn't the only one in that category. We had
Exactly.
Burna Boy, we had Omale. Although Omale already congratulated Tyler, of course. But Esther, do you think as it stands right now, if Nigerian artists decide to withdraw from the Grammy Award event and all that, is it going to affect the Grammy Awards? No. Of course, we know Afrobeat is global. Nigerian Afrobeat, to be specific, is global. And if Nigerians or Nigerian artists decide to say, no, we are boycotting anything Grammy, is it going to affect the Grammy Awards one way or the other?
It wouldn't. It will go on regardless. I'm not saying the Afrobeat doesn't matter. It does. But then, I mean, it would still continue. But it will have a bit of an impact on them, but it won't affect it totally.
So who needs it more? Nigerians? Who needs the influence more? Do you think Nigerian artists need it more than the Grammy organizers?
No, I don't think they do. I mean, they are doing better. They are doing good. Even with these awards are just like, congratulations to them. So, I mean, they get these things every day. They don't need to be handed an award over before they can.
Let me move away from Nigerian artists. I'm going to ask Faith this question. Now, Eminem, an American rapper, a veteran American rapper, said something. He said, if you get multiple Grammy awards, it means you're either a part of a fraternity or you're doing something wrong or you've sold your soul to the devil. This is Eminem, not a Nigerian artist, not an African artist. Do you think there's a play like that in the Grammy Awards, especially the way it's being organized and how the awards are being distributed?
I'm not in a position where I would dispute anything being put out there because this is live and everything is possible.
Okay.
But then again, we are all aware that everything in life has already been politicized. There is nothing that is so out of it. But then again, there are so many other Western artists who have been into music for so many years, yet they have not won one single Grammy.
So you're thinking it's because they decided not to join a cult or a fraternity, and that's why it's like that for them?
I doubt it. Taylor Swift has over 30-something Grammys. I wonder where she keeps them. But in the end, it's all about the music you put out there and how many people resonated with your music.
Okay.
I believe that it is that for me. I don't know about whatever is playing in the background.
All right. Esther, the same Eminem has Grammy Awards, multiple Grammy Awards too. And what he said was he abandoned it because of what he knows about the Grammy Awards. He said most of them sell the soul to the devil and all. Do you think it's something like that? This is not the first time we've heard stuff like this, that before you have to be popular, you need to sell your soul to the devil, you need to join all that it's not all about talent and all. Do you think it's something like that?
Okay, so I'm going to have to
be honest about it.
I'm going to have to agree with Faith on anything is possible. So if he's coming out to say that you have to be in some confraternity or some kind of position to get the Grammy Award, then probably he's speaking from a point of view from either experience or...
So you think Tyler might be a part of whatever fraternity?
I don't know what's going on.
Or you think she has sold the soul?
Tyler is not the only popular artist.
Okay.
They are all popular. So in that case, they are all part of the fraternity.
I think we'll have to put an end to the show today before we get too emotional, especially Faith. Don't get us in trouble. All right, so that's it for today's edition of Trends on LJE News. Many thanks to Esther for coming around. Thank you very much, Esther.
Anytime.
And Faith, thank you very much for your input as well.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right, so to our viewers and listeners out there, make sure to follow, like, share. Don't also forget to, click on the subscribe button right now at LJE News on all social media platforms to stay in the loop and join the conversation ahead of our next show. Of course, my name is Omotola Adeleke. See you next time. Bye for now.
In terms of tackling security, there is lack of political will.
Beyond the headlines,
Who are the sponsors of insecurity in this country?
from breaking news to everyday conversations, this is where Nigeria's conversations begin. We track the issues shaping Nigeria and the world today. The world is talking, and we're listening. This is Trends on LJE News.